In this video, I'm going to cover U-substitution for antiderivatives. Okay, so here's our first problem. So let's let u equal x cubed plus 5. Then if you take the derivative of this with respect to x, du dx equals the derivative of x cubed, it's 3x squared. The derivative of 5 is 0. Du dx is going to be 3x squared. Let's multiply both sides by dx. So they cancel over here. Du equals 3x squared dx. Now let's isolate the dx so it's completely by itself. So we can divide by 3x squared. 3x squared. These guys cancel. You have du over 3x squared equals dx. So we have integral of 2x squared, and in parentheses we're making the substitution of u for x cubed plus 5. So this is a u to the 10th. And then for dx, we're plugging in du over 3x squared. So let's reorganize a bit. So you're going to have the integral of 2x squared over 3x squared u to the 10th du. The x squareds are going to cancel, and then we can bring the 2/3 out in front of the integral. That's just a constant. U to the 10th du. Right? The integral of u to the 10th is u to the 10 plus 1 over 10 plus 1. And don't forget your plus c. You always need a constant. So you got 2/3. U to the 10 plus 1 is 11 over 10 plus 1 is 11 plus c. Now you're just going to plug in for the u. Our u is actually x cubed plus 5. We can multiply the 3 by the 11, so you're just going to have 2 parenthesis x cubed plus 5 to the 11th all over 33 plus a constant. Okay, here's another one. Let's let u be 7t squared plus 12. Then if you take the derivative of that with respect to t, you're going to have 14t. Let's move the dt on the other side. That cancels. So we have du equals 14t dt. Now let's bring the 14t on the other side, because you want to isolate the dt. That cancels. So you have du over 14t equals dt. So let's do some substitution into the original equation. Okay, so u is equal to 7t squared plus 12. So I'm going to substitute that in. Square root of u, and then I'm going to substitute du over 14t in for dt. Right, so let's reorganize a little bit here. Integral of t over 14t square root of u du. The t's cancel, and then we can bring the 14 out in front. It's in the denominator, so we're going to go 1/14 integral of square root of u is u to the 1/2. And then to take the integral of that, u to the 1/2 just becomes u to the 1/2 plus 1 all over 1/2 plus 1. And don't forget the plus c, your constant. So we have 1/14 u to the 1/2 plus 1 is u to the 3/2. Dividing by 3/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2/3. Plus c, and we can multiply the 2/3 by the 1/14, and the 2 is actually going to cancel with the 14. That's going to become a 7. 1 over 21 u to the 3/2 plus c, and now we're going to substitute back in for our u. U is equal to 7t squared plus 12. So this is equal to 1/21st u, which is 7t squared plus 12 to the 3/2 plus c. So here's our last problem. Let's let u equal 4 minus 5x squared, and then the derivative of u with respect to x is just going to be equal to negative 10x. So multiply both sides by dx. So du equals negative 10x dx. Let's isolate the dx. So divide both sides by negative 10x. So that cancels there. So you have du over negative 10x equals dx. All right, so let's substitute into our original equation. We let u equal 4 minus 5x squared. So we're going to plug this in right there. And we let du over negative 10x equal dx. Right, so let's reorganize a little bit here. I'm going to move the x, negative 10x here. And we're going to have du over square root of u. X's cancel, and we can bring the constant out in front of the integral, so it's going to be negative 1/10 integral of du over square root of u. Now square root of u is the same thing as u to the 1/2 power, and we can bring that up to the top. If you do that, it becomes u to the negative 1/2 du. So the integral of that is going to be u to the negative 1/2 plus 1 all over negative 1/2 plus 1 plus the constant. Right, so then we have negative 1/10 u to the negative 1/2 plus 1 is u to the positive 1/2 all over positive 1/2, or you can multiply by 2. I mean, the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. 2 and the negative 10 are going to cancel. That becomes a 5. Just have negative 1/5 u to the 1/2 plus a constant. Again, our u at the beginning we let equal 4 minus 5x squared. Okay, and that's all to the 1/2 power plus c. To the 1/2 power is the same thing as just the square root. So you can say negative 1/5 square root of 4 minus 5x squared plus c.